no fear.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the start of our 2023 preseason we got going on here. It's going to be a whole new season of more action, new players, old players returning to fight for another title. And, joining me, as always, I'm Cynetic, but with me today, and hopefully forever, we got Mevin.
Hopefully forever, huh?
Yeah, hopefully forever.
Yeah, guys, I'm no longer playing this season. I gave away my captain role to my good friend, and now I'm going to be casting forever, apparently.
Yes. You're going to be you signed the contract. It was your mistake. You should have read it.
No, it's all right. I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. Well, are you excited for this new season starting?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got some big upgrades for, pretty much every roster. So I think it's going to make things a little bit more interesting. Also, all the junglers this season are better than me, so it's always going to be fun learning from the best of the best, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, all the old players ranks have consistently gone up from, since finals, right? So all our returning players have been practicing over the summer and have gotten quite a bit better. But also, all the new blood is coming in with really high skill level already. I mean, we're talking we have a bunch of people coming in who are emerald and up. So, we got more Masters players now. We've got people such as Hana, who hit Challenger this season for a short time, but still. So it's going to be an exciting one. We're going to see some high elo games. And jumping into the draft, on the left side, we have Glendale, and then on the right side we have Chandler Gilbert coming into it. So playing in your top lane, you have Aspect Legend for Glendale versus I Am Dizzy. And then you have Tizo Dragon versus Peppa. You have Mina Mori versus Defeater. You have Wacko versus I already forgot. I'm blanking on the name. Oh my god. It's the one thing I tried to remember. I wrote it down.
Bring it back.
I wrote it down and I can't find the piece of paper. You have Wacko versus our new player for Chandler Gilbert. I'll remember his name when I see it again. And then we also have Nautilus. We have Louis Lavania versus Sage Ray. Sage Ray making a return was not actually on Chandler Gilbert last season, taking a bit of a break, but has returned to hold down the support for Chandler Gilbert once again. So looking at this draft, we got Ornn, Sejuani, Vex topside versus Fiora, Hecarim, and Corki. Now, Mevin, you were the jungler for Paradise Valley's team. So when you're looking at these top sides, where are you going if you're and which lanes do you think are going to be the most impactful in this matchup?
So I'm definitely looking. If I'm Glendale, I'm definitely looking at my bot lane probably a little bit more. It looks a little more versatile in how the matchup would go. I'd probably just let Ornn do his thing and maybe help him out a bit if he starts falling behind. Honestly, for Chandler Gilbert, you could go anywhere. I mean, Hecarim is a really strong skirmisher. You put him up on that top side with Fiora, they can do some damage. Put him in that mid lane, they can do some damage. The only thing I'm afraid of is really just that Nautilus. If I get caught out by that Nautilus as a Hecarim, I'm scared. Big time.
All right, but in that bot lane, we have the Kaisa Nautilus versus the Zeri Amumu. Now, normally a lot of the time when we see Zeri, you're seeing it paired more so with enchanters, right? Just trying to make the hyper carry even more hyper, right?
Right.
The Amumu is a very good pick here. What they locked it in so that they have a bit more beefy of a front line and also someone to set up more consistent engages for Fiora and Corki, right? Zeri, obviously, it does well with enchanters, but they do even better when they're alive, and being peeled off is one surefire way to keep yourself alive, right? So I'm interested. Zeri early on doesn't really like to fight, can't fight well in the minion wave, just because all of her damage comes from a skill shot that can be blocked by minions. So if Wacko and Louis play this early, rush to level 2, and then start a fight, they might be able to do quite a decent bit of damage to this area early on. Not so much the Amumu. If I think if you're on the side of Glendale, your Amumu's not a champion in your eyes. You just need to leave him alone.
Absolutely. I
He's
agree with that.
he's just there.
Yep. Just pretend. Hey, he's just sad. Let him be sad. All right.
Yeah.
We leave him like that. You know, it's actually interesting this game because Chandler Gilbert, you see a lot of familiar faces, right? These guys have played together quite a bit.
Mhm.
But on the side of Glendale, it seems to be a pretty fresh roster.
Yeah.
So I want to see how they play together.
I mean, Glendale last season was unfortunately had to be disbanded because of some of the players leaving, right? And they had to be disbanded mid-season. But so now it looks like they've put in a bunch of new players, and it looks like they're ready to dice it up again. 'Cause they did pretty good last season up until
Yeah, they're
yeah.
a pretty strong team.
But
I
yeah,
think they had like pretty decent chemistry. They played together pretty well.
Mhm.
Okay, I think we're gonna hop into the game real quick.
Yep, and cross your fingers that it works. Uh, it looks like it is actually working for once, which is nice. So it is. So the ADC for Chandler Gilbert is Zebra Runner. I don't know.
There you go, Zebra Runner.
Yeah, I'm looking at my piece of paper. I didn't write down Zebra Runner. I just wrote down his legal name. I just put it down. I was just like, John Smith. Yes, that will be his.
Oh, look at Chandler Gilbert.
Yeah,
Already.
A cheeky invade.
Throw everyone on the top side. Let's see if they get caught out by Ornn here.
Yeah, if they get sided out, could be rough. They do know about
They
it.
didn't get that ward. So now they're going to just back off. Very interesting. How do you feel about these early wards? We got 2 wards on the top side already.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they are trying. They did set up the 5-point, and because they already have seen a lot of pressure going out onto the top side, having the wards there just to double check and make sure that they're not staying there, overstaying their welcome. You know, it's good defensive warding on the side of Glendale.
Yeah, I don't really mind it either. I mean, I think the only problem I would see, I really like that Raptor ward by Vex. But I mean, the only problem I'd really see is just like having that early vision. It's going to be a little bit harder to defend your bot side. We'll see what happens. Looks like Sejuani started bot side. And we got Hector starting the top side.
Yeah, and Dizzy's just already playing super aggressive onto the.
I mean, you cannot leave you can't let this guy just hate you, man. You can't let him hate you for free.
I mean, it's just gonna be really, really rough because that damage from the vitals. I think it's just gonna be essentially he's gonna get frozen on, and Dizzy's just gonna starve him out as best he can. You look at that. Trying to fight level 2, but this time it was Chandler Gilbert that was fighting it, and Zebra Runner getting exhausted. Doing a lot of damage to Louis Lavania, but Flash is forced out on both sides. It was a good engage from Sage Ray. They did fight him behind the wave, so that entire problem we talked about earlier didn't really play much into it.
Yeah, I think in this situation, I'd probably like it just better on Glendale's side, getting Zeri's Flash and Ghost out. I think it's pretty pivotal for her to have those summoners when going in, just in case something like that happens again, if the Nautilus catches her out. But we'll see what happens if they make any play on that bot side. Peppa's making his way down now. So it looks like they're going to be trading crabs. You can see Dizzy, though. He's invading.
Was able to get the stun off, just using the auto attack. Very easy to predict where it's gonna go, or when it's gonna go off, just because you can do it based off the animation super easily. So you can just get the free stun if you have Brittle on you. Because when Ornn clings his hammers together, it's just bang. And now you get knocked up a little bit.
Dizzy did get vision in that topside jungle. He does know Sejuani's around.
Yeah. I mean, just going for the mid gank, but Peppa is there on the counter attack. Dizzy in the top side just going to get a bunch of damage out. Ornn trying to flash away, but it's not going to result in anything. Flash forward from the feeder to try and secure the kill, but it's going, and he is going to actually get it. I thought it went over to. It's going to be a 3-0 over to the side of Chandler Gilbert.
If you saw, Peppa was actually in the middle of backing. Really good patience on his side, canceling his back. Maybe knowing that Sejuani might come just because of the vision they got on the top side jungle. So really well played.
And obviously, as a jungler, how often are you hoping to get like those? How often are you looking for those counter ganks?
Yeah, it's interesting because they both started on 2 different sides of the map, right? So, I mean, I honestly I wouldn't be really looking for those. I'd probably be looking for a cross map play instead. Just because like Hecarim's more of a skirmisher and Sejuani's more just for utility and getting their laner ahead. Oh, Dizzy's in trouble here.
Yeah, taking a lot of damage. Is going to be able to stun the Sejuani. It's just going to try and kite around them, but not going to be able to do quite enough. The grand challenge, they're just going to say no, and it's going to be a kill to turn back to GCC. But yeah, so you were just, as you were saying, you know, you would rather look for the cross map play. In those instances, you don't really look for counter ganks as the Hecarim.
Yeah, no, I think one of your strengths is just your damage compared to, you know, a lot of Glendale's team doesn't just have that damage. So if you can get that damage on your side, play with your numbers, don't really look for like the 2v2s, just more look for the 2v1s. You're definitely going to get more value out of it.
Alright, sounds good. I mean, this entire game, Dizzy has just been pushing Aspect into their own turret. Just saying, stay home, stay in there. You like the tower. You like Ornn likes building things. Just stick next to that tower, gamer.
Yeah, it's always interesting seeing Dizzy's CS leads as games go on.
Yeah. I mean, having played, having won a title on the ADC role, you think he's trying to come back and win another one on top this season? You think he's gonna try for it?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
good patient by Aspect there.
Very nice.
Yeah, has started to read Dizzy's movements. Dizzy, you know, getting a little bit predictable now. So just kind of baiting him to use the W early. But it's okay. Now that Dizzy knows he's got a read on him, we'll probably see some mix-ups going through here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it looks like Louis looking for the look. Looking for the hook, but he doesn't know that there's a horse coming in there that's going to be diving onto Wacko. Wacko able to get out of there pretty easily. Just using, you know, that flash and that ghost to get out of there nice, safe and sound, but only having to use their ultimate. Oh, big damage onto Aspect, and Aspect just going to 1v1 Dizzy. Just saying, alright, you wanna engage on me? I'm Ornn.
I love it how the orange just straight builds Bramble Vest. That's how you do it. Just win the lane like that. No healing for you.
Yeah. I mean, the healing from the vitals is a huge part of Fior's laning. And also, you know, building straight armor. The most interaction you're going to be getting is from the Hecarim. You're not going to really see the feeder leaving this lane too early, too often. So he does have time. Yeah. You do know where that Louis and Louis and Tiso are here. We're able to stop Tiso's back, so buying themselves a little bit of time.
The first dragon is still up. Looks like the bot lane's pretty even though.
Yeah. It's such an even position. I mean, I don't think Peppa really wants to do it right now just because Zeri is... You want to get Zeri scaled up. So taking away all that, some extra time from her in early on could be very detrimental. And also, it's just like, Nautilus Kaisa. That sounds like a great way for me to die from taking half my health from Dragon, and then half my health from 4 autos from Kaisa. Dizzy, look at the danger there, but his team is there to back him up. Defeater getting a killing spree on to Louis, and it looks like they're going to continue it forward. Peppa going in and going in deep, but looking ready to sacrifice their life if necessary. Horn coming through. Flash coming out from Tiso. They are going to be able to get out of there alive. Back on the Peppa support Sage, Ray, and Defeater. Dizzy a little bit overextended. It looks like they're going to try and turn it back. Minamori over the wall, going off Dizzy.
Very well played. I think Chandler Gilbert maybe got a little bit too cocky there. You know, it's always difficult playing in the enemy jungle just because the rotations can be so much quicker from the side of Glendale. Oh, this could be another fight.
Yeah, flash out, trying to keep themselves safe. Sage Ray might just be going down there. Going to be going in just to try and get some damage off on the Minamori, but not going to be able to lock them down quite yet. And, you know, Glendale, Paradise Valley played against Glendale just randomly in a flex queue game, and Glendale really came out swinging. So I think Glendale has been shown a lot of improvement. I think they might be even though a lot of the teammates are new, they work together pretty well. I'm excited to see what this team's able to whip up this season. What they're able to
yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the concerns I had with this comp is the lack of damage, but I'm proven wrong. They seem to have quite a bit of damage actually to be winning these 3v3s.
Yeah, I mean, Ornn has that % max health damage that unfortunately, you know, Aspect's just been doing a really good job with the ultimate and being where they need to be on the backside of fights, getting good ultimates for a lot of these 3v3s. And the % health damage from Ornn's W is just, it's pretty strong. And I mean, they do lack damage overall, but early on, when no one has items, it's hard to tell because they're so beefy in the front line that any damage they're, you know, missing, it looks like the enemy team's missing as well, trying to punch through Sejuani.
Yeah, I mean, nice X Slash.
Yeah, but very good use of the package. Gonna do a lot of damage onto Louis, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, quirky package is, you know, fair. He got
it was a lot of damage.
It was a lot of damage. He got slowed for 97% of his movement speed. It's just, yeah, it's cool. I didn't feel like playing the game anyways. I like being CC'd without being able to cleanse it. That's my favorite.
I mean, both teams are just looking for control on the top side.
Peppa gonna go straight through, going to not quite be able to connect that ultimate, and it looks like they're just gonna be going straight back onto the Defeater. Wow, multiple ults used for Defeater there, but does manage to pick up the kill. It looks like 2 ults used on the side of Chandler Gilbert to trade one back in the bottom lane. Expect Legends gonna be fighting Dizzy once again. Both the ults going out for both players, but Dizzy's gonna get knocked up. It's gonna be Flash and Auto.
That's how you play Ornn, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness.
Yeah.
In fact, I like seeing the trades. I like seeing the cross map trades, right? You see a fight top, you see the support there, okay. Let's dive their ADC, let's take some plates, right? We're gonna see where we get this Rift Herald placed.
And I mean, if you look at the gold lead right now, it's not all that much, despite being, you know, 4 kills ahead, because Chandler Gilbert actually does have so much extra gold in the form of just CS. They haven't really taken any place yet. They have the 2 bot lane, but that's about it.
And that's how you kind of can see the difference in skill level. It's just like how they farm, how they stay efficient with their gold, right?
Where Glendale was focusing on looking for fights, you know, expressing their skill through fights. They're Chandler Gilbert just looking to express their skill through the good laning, just overall. And it looks like it's good patience there from Peppa to get all the way through and push back Isa. You know, almost ran out of the E charge, but was able to get it in the end. Is he using the dash to get away? But it's taking a lot of damage. The Divine Sunder already built for him. That should make their life a little bit easier. Aspect doesn't have a full item yet, but does have a lot of components for different items. Looks like that's gonna be... Okay, what can they even build in? Is that Heartsteel? Sage Ray might just be dead. The ultimate could be whipped from Sejuani and a good Curse of the Sad Mummy, but Minamori, you can't dodge the Mistral Bolt. It's too long. I like the way that ability is designed, but playing against it kind of feels cringe.
Ah, the hitbox.
Because it's like, weird. oh, it's wide and then it's super fast but short. Okay.
Kind of throws you in for a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Is he still playing pretty aggressively here?
Does have a lot of the healing from the Vitals, plus Divine Sunder is just, you know, a fair and balanced item.
Yeah, the Divine Sunder is going to do a lot of work.
Yep. It looks like we got Peppa coming in. Ultimate gonna come out. Yeah. Dizzy said, I want my revenge, boy. Come here.
Nice little solo kill. They're going to get the top tower here.
You got 2 solo kills on me. How about I return the favor, homie?
Seems like Dizzy's always about the trading.
Oh. Can anyone else's,
Oh, we look a bit frozen here.
Yeah. Looks to be
Oh, and we're back.
There we go. All right.
We're all good. Glendale taking this opportunity to take the dragon while Peppa's top lane. Whoa. Big burst from Vex.
Oh, Defeater doing a lot of damage. That missile barrage just doing so much. Tifa might be a bit dead here, and they are going to get the kill. Louis Lavania might be able to do something here. Trying to trade back on Caesarian. Aspect. Oh, not quite able to. Runs into the wall with the E. They're not quite able to pick anything up. Get themselves out, and Zebra Runner flashing forward to get the Nautilus killed.
And they're just looking for everyone at this point. No one stays alive anymore.
And then they're just gonna be just rotating straight mid, going for just trying to get as many objectives here as they can.
Yeah, these tier 1s are big. I mean, you can see like after those kills in those tier 1s, the gold league just jumped. And they're just gonna keep on looking for more.
Yep. Wacko is just dead. Good E over by Zebra Runner, but unfortunately there is a bit of a Sejuani in there. Won't give their shutdown over to the Vex, but will be giving it over to the front line. So it's gonna make it harder to punch through into the heart of their team there.
I mean, this Vex is becoming really big.
Yeah, 6-1. Already has Ludens. Looks like they're going for Alternator plus. I gotta start studying my league again because I cannot remember these item components for the life of me.
What is that, Shadow Flame?
Yeah, probably. I think it is, yeah. Like, what does the Alternator build into?
He's got a good flank here.
Yeah, got a good flank, but not quite able to get any stun off with the W. They are just going to quickly shut down the Vex. It looks like Aspect Legend not quite going to be able to connect with their ultimate there, but they are going to stun up Dizzy. Dizzy forced to flash out. Peppa in the middle of 3 doing a lot of damage, and Dizzy's going to clean it up, and it's Aspect Legend going to be taken down at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, that's a problem. You have your Vex, very strong champion, but when she's out of the fight, you got nothing left.
Yeah. I mean, that Vex was proving to be quite a challenge to deal with for Chandler Gilbert, but once they were able to shut her down, you know, big gold in the pockets of the entire team, plus, you know, any continuation of the fight. Like you said earlier on, they got no damage.
Really big fight by Dizzy there.
Yeah, was struggling a bit, was 1 and 4 in lane, but has turned it back around. Brought it back, just went back to basics. And that's the thing that you see a lot of these veteran players do very well, is that a lot of times they will, if they start to struggle, many newer players in the league will panic, right? And they'll just sort of shut down. But the veterans will just kind of be like, okay, we can just chill out for a bit. Let's take some deep breaths. Let's play it slow. Let's do what we got to do. Where can I help my team? This ain't solo queue, so I'll do whatever I got to do to get back in this game.
Let me give you a hug.
And you know, it's good.
Yeah, well, it makes games very interesting.
Yep, and it looks like Wacko is going to be using his ultimate Killer Instinct in the flash, but you know who else has Killer Instinct? It's Dizzy. Going to be able to dodge out on the ultimate and trying to keep going forward onto Wacko, but it's going to be stunned up and bleed, but it's going to be taken down. He might have had a Killer Instinct for Wacko, but he didn't have an instinct of where the rest of the team was, so it's going to be costing him his life there.
Yeah, just pushing a little bit too far forward, not knowing where anyone is on the map. It happens. Especially when you're playing Fiora, you really just want to find those picks and 1v1, right, all the time. But hey, you gotta look at your map.
Yeah. But obviously, 4 people showing bot lane just means it's going to be a free Rift Herald for Chandler Gilbert. Just going to be taking that one for free, no questions asked. Initially there, I mean, the slow from the blade work really made it hard for Wack to escape and kind of baited Dizzy into his own death there, because I got slowed, so he's not getting super far away, even though he used ultimate and flash. So Dizzy kind of feels right to chase. Dizzy sitting on a ward. I don't think he knows it's there.
Oh, this is dangerous.
Is about to face check 3 people though. It's going to get rooted and is going to be, even though he's spell immune, not going to be enough. It's going to be almost taken down. Great ultimate from Sage Ray. Dizzy going to be picked up by the Ornn anyways. Sage Ray just going to be chased down now. Wacko leading the assault.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe Dizzy was trying to set up the dragon for his team before they showed up, but he just got caught out. Sage Ray with a very nice ult, just wasn't enough.
Yeah,
oh, they're looking for a fight now.
Yeah, going on to defeat her. Minamori taking a lot of damage, but it's going to be taken down. Peppa has slain Minamori, and it looks like Peppa's going to be taken down themselves. Sage Ray doing a lot of damage, going to be able to help pick up 2 before going down. Zebra Runner going to be taking, not even Zebra Runner is going to be taking down the last one. It's going to be going over to defeat her. But well played from the backline of Chandler Gilbert there, just able to lock it down.
Yeah, one of the advantages with Chandler Gilbert's roster is that dive potential, right? If they can just get vision on the Vex or the Kai'Sa, they can just instantly delete her with all this dive.
Yeah. And once those 2 members of the team are down, it is a very front to back comp with a lot of heal on it. Right, so you know they're trading damage for CC, and if the CC can't hold the entire team off them, they're just gonna lose it. All right, Dizzy, will Dizzy be able to finish the Baron? Yes, he will.
Bit of a close one.
Baron does a lot of damage. Baron hurts, man.
Oh yeah, big time.
Baron does huge damage.
So now with Baron, we're probably going to be looking for one of the last fights of the game.
I mean, any fight here for either side, a good, like, if you're able to trade, like, 5 for 3, you could end either way, right?
Yeah, I mean, the respawn timers are just getting so long now.
Yeah.
Especially with a comp like CG, all that damage, they're going to be hurting those towers.
Yeah, Dizzy now just going to be fighting 1v2. Gonna get stunned up, but it's not gonna be enough to stop him. He's just unwavering in his assault. He's gonna be chasing down Aspect Legend. 5-man going on to Dizzy. A multiple ult used. Ornn ult, Vex ult. It looks like Vex is gonna be continuing on to Defeater. Defeater though, able to get out, but Vex is not able to get out as well. Tizo trying to frontline, trying to push back this assault, but going to pay for it with his life. And it looks like they're just Chandler Gilbert does also have the Rift Herald. Looks like they're just going to use the Baron and the Rift Herald together to try and end this game where it is. Traded 3 for 1. There's Zeri.
Yeah, it almost seems like it almost seems like they're using Dizzy as a bait at this point, right? Every time Dizzy gets caught out, it seems like he can hold off. Sorry, I'm blanking. They can hold off Glendale enough to where the rest of the team can come show up and then just clean up.
No, Shelly not gonna make it to the end of the game.
I wanted my dancing Shelly.
All right. It looks like the feeder going to get feared, but you know what? The enemy team should be afraid of him because he's just been dominant this game. He's going to be taking them down one last time before he takes down the Nexus. And that is well played in the victory of Game 1, going over to Chandler Gilbert. That was a good game. That was a good game.
Bit of an even start, trading back and forth a lot.
Mm-hmm. At a point there, Glendale was starting to pull ahead a pretty decent amount, at least skill-wise. And they unfortunately the CS difference was just holding the gold lead at a dead lock, and there wasn't much they could do about that one. But they did early on do what they were supposed to do. Orin waited for Fiora to make mistakes. They tried to fight Zeri inside the wave. So they were doing things right, but it just was not enough to get the job done. And that's going to be all she wrote for that one. What did you think about that game, Evan?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, just a lot of trading back and forth at the beginning. And like you said, just that CS lead throughout the game just kept it pretty much dead even. And when Chandler Gilbert found their openings, they executed very well. And they just took over with this very, very damage-heavy comp.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I mean, if I'm looking at for Glendale, if I'm looking at the draft for next game, I think we gotta maybe give Dizzy a little bit less beds. Maybe we gotta focus on some problems elsewhere. We gotta respect the whole team. All right.
Absolutely.
All of these guys are veterans except for Zebra Runner, and Zebra I think showed up this game and did some good stuff. Really aggressive with the Zeri. So I mean, if I'm Glendale, I might want to be going back to the drawing board with how I'm doing this draft. So we'll see what they change, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited for game 2. Do you think we're gonna?
Yeah.
Do you think we can get a 3-game series here?
We'll see. I mean, now that Glendale got a feel for what Chandler Gilbert can do, maybe they're gonna switch it up a bit. I know Chandler Gilbert likes to play around with their comps, do some off meta stuff. So I don't know. I'm just excited for this next game. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, we'll see you all in a bit.
All right, we are back for game 2. We're gonna be talking about this draft a little bit. We got some interesting picks out here. We're just gonna let it go through. We're gonna let it run. So we were talking about. Let's talk about some of the problems that Glendale might have had in game 1 with their draft.
Learn from your mistakes.
Let's hear your thoughts.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously,
Cynetic.
obviously we talked about it earlier. They had very low damage, except for you know, they had a lot of more supportive CC champs with the Nautilus, the Sejuani, the Ornn. But so once they lost their terms of damage in Kaisa and Vex, it became very difficult for them to fight ever. But when they were protecting Vex well, it became very easy for them to wipe the enemy team over and over. And it looks like they're trying to transition a little bit away from that, picking up Yorick and Syndra, going for a little bit more bruiser of a front line instead of strictly business with the tanks. So maybe we'll see a little bit more damage coming out of them, and hopefully that should shake things up some. But yeah, and then also, I mean, CGC's draft was good in the last game, but Dizzy getting solo killed by the Ornn a couple times made things pretty rough for them to play around top side, because Dizzy was constantly pushed up because we can't really not push up against Ornn. That champion does no damage to wave. If they're gonna take 200 HP every time they take a minion, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about these bans.
Yeah, 5 bans going targeting straight at Dizzy.
We got a pentakill for Dizzy.
Yeah.
We got a pentakill for Dizzy. I mean,
pentakill for Dizzy.
This is interesting. That I don't know what to say about this. It's the same 3 bans, so like ideally or like theoretically, Chandler Gilbert could have gone for the same comp, right? They could have first picked that Fiora, brought it right back, but instead they went for, I believe it was a Blitz, Zaya first pick.
Yeah, Zaya first pick, overall safe 80 carry. There aren't really other options that can be played as safe as her, with still being able to wave clear really well. Ezreal obviously can play very safe with his E and his super long range poke, but in terms of wave clearing, Zaya's got to beat 100-0. It's too easy with those sharp feathers going cutting straight through the wave.
Right.
And then they picked Ashe Soraka into it. A little bit more supportive of a bot lane, right? Ashe with all the slows and the stuns, they got vision all over the place. So it will be a little bit rough, a little bit of a tough matchup in a lot of these lanes, I believe, for the side of Glendale. But if they're able to scale up quite a bit, Syndra, obviously with her Splinters of Hate, will make her super, super strong late game. Yorick is a terrifying split pusher in the late game. And Ashe, Soraka, your team just won't take damage. Ashe, the enemy team won't be allowed to move ever. So if they're able to scale up, it could be pretty devastating for Chandler Gilbert. But it's up for Chandler Gilbert to get ahead early.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't actually really know what team fights would look like. I mean, you really want that York out on the sideline, right? So the biggest thing is just like to pretty much play it safe. Like, don't let Blitzcrank and Udyr find those picks in the late game, the mid game, the late game. And I think neutral objective control is going to be the big game for Glendale here.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, early on, I think Darius beats Yorick, Gragas is gonna beat Syndra, and Xayah Blitzcrank has way more damage output early than Ashe Soraka. So it's gonna be tough. As long as they can go somewhat even in lane, it should be fine. And fighting over the neutral objectives, while it'll be harder, Yorick probably will end up taking teleport where Darius won't, right? So you might be able to play with the numbers advantage there, and just have like Yorick either bring a 6th person with the maiden, or be sending the maiden top lane to push while the fight happens.
Yeah, that is a possibility. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, but yeah, I guess you wouldn't want to put York in the side lane then, huh?
No, you would.
You would.
Yeah, you would want to put York in the side lane because that will force Dizzy to come match him. So if you're fighting over Dragon, right? If York goes in the side lane, Darius is either going to have to go down immediately, right? Which just
Right.
means that Glendale just plays slow. Doesn't not really trying to go for the dragon, just trying to slow down the enemy team from doing it as much as possible, and giving York as much time in the solo in the top lane to push it out. Or he can use teleport if he sees Dizzy top. All right, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna teleport, and then I'm gonna use the numbers advantage here. So we'll see, because Darius is most likely going to go that Ghost Flash instead. That's the most common thing you see on Darius, but you never know.
It is
He might
Dizzy.
he might just say we ball and go teleport anyways.
It is Dizzy. You never know with this guy, but that's what
Yeah,
makes it fun.
he does weird stuff.
Oh, but we love it.
He's just
We
like
love it
my
so
champion.
much.
He's like, my champion needs mobility to be good. What if I did none of that, and I just spaced perfectly instead. All right, yeah, and if you look on the side of Chandler Gilbert, we got Ignite Cleanse in the bot lane versus Ghost Heal. Ghost on Ashe, a very, very common, practice. Slow them down, speed yourself up. It makes you impossible to catch while you're kiting. So if you're 1v1 kiting, they're gonna need to flash or do something crazy in order to hold on to you. It looks like they're going for an invade. Maokai smart, just gonna ward it out.
Very nice ward.
Yeah. Very good ward. Knows they went for the invade last time, just prepped and ready for it again.
Darius is in a very interesting position here.
Yep.
I wonder if they're gonna go for that buff steal. Just pull that buff right over the edge with Blitzcrank.
Yeah. Looks like Syndra's walking up near the Raptors. They might be able to do something here.
Looks like Darius is alone now. Dizzy is in a spot. It looks like they want to go for it.
The angle, but not able to find anything. So it's just gonna be, start with top side clear for Peppa. Very easy clear for the Udyr. That empowered Q just does so much damage to buffs. It just, absolutely shreds them. So you can speed clear through a lot of it. We got the Feeder rocking the Hillbilly Gragas skin.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
I really like the top start here from Udyr, just because if you do want to gank bot, after you clear your camps, you have that red buff on you, and it's going to be a really big deal. Oh, and it's a level 1 pull.
We're getting hooked, but, being level 1, there is no real way for Xayah to back him up yet. They don't have the feather recall.
And it makes you wonder if he's going to have that pull again for level 2.
Yep. Should have it back up. Oh, good sidestep from Louis. Very good sidestep from Louis. And Mina just trying to use their early their range advantage, trying to get as much early damage on Defeater before they hit level 3, so they can't Bomba combo them as easily.
We've seen Defeater on this champion. An absolute menace with the Gragas. Looks like Maokai's going to be making his way top. And with Dizzy pushed in, maybe he'll be able to get something done.
I mean, Dizzy does have super deep vision up there onto the opponent's red buff. It looks like it's actually going to try and meet him there. And they are aware of Dizzy being where he is. Inamori just trying to do as much damage to Defeater. While Dizzy is essentially just running through the backside of their base.
I think Dizzy's gonna let that red buff go for now.
Yeah, just mainly wanted to stop any potential gank angle from him, and so mission accomplished there. Looks like Peppa going for an angle onto Tizo, but Defeater's going to be a little bit late to the fight, a little bit late to the party, but it's not going to matter. And then on the bot lane, Louis Lavania going to be taken down first. It looks like Wacko's trying to kite it out, doing a lot of damage to Zebra Runner, and it's going to be enough. Peppa picking up a second kill to Mina Mori, and Sage Ray going to be grabbing that. Is it going to be a cross-map ace for the side of CGC? Aspect Legend taking a lot of damage, but the bleed is not quite enough to take him down.
This is what we were worried about, right? I mean, that early pressure from Chandler Gilbert is just so strong.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult in a lot of these lanes. It's good that in the bot lane, Wacko was in fact able to trade one kill back, and both kills did end up going over to the Blitzcrank. So this Xayah is not going to be getting out of control too quickly, but it is still going to be rough from here in, because if you look at Blitzcrank, already has those ability haste boosts.
Yeah. It doesn't look like Wacko is keeping up in CS, which is also good. Being pushed to we're looking for a fight on the top side.
Yeah, and Dizzy just going to be ganked from 3 angles there.
That is the way of the top lane, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Pushed up, immediately dies. Didn't push up, immediately gets sourdough. Went back to base, you lose lane. Get played by your team. Louis Lavania trying to get out, but it's not going to be enough to get themselves out. Good hook from Sage Ray. Good staggering of the CC there. Just letting him walk away as best he can while Zebra is able to do some damage. Pulling him back in, and then finally rooting them to seal their fate. Very well played there.
Looks like Chandler Gilbert is really trying to get control of that topside jungle. Trying to get Udyr ahead.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time up there, between Dizzy and now Defeater hanging out in there, trying to get as much gold for their boy, the jungler who won the MCL Finals MVP award.
That's right.
An
absolute monster.
Gotta rep the boy. It looks like bot side they are looking for a fight. Louis Lavania gonna actually get taken down again. A good hook finds its way out to Louis, and it's just going to be the death of Soraka. And I mean, this is the problem with this with Blitz playing against Soraka. Soraka enchanters are no good against this sort of pick heavy support. It looks like we're going for a dive. Peppa's going to be leading the charge here. Going to be tanking it. It's going to be taking him down.
Yeah, that's textbook. Not much you can do about that.
Yeah. Immediately gets pushed under. I mean, Maokai was there to try and help him out somewhat, but wasn't just quite able to make the rotation fast enough. And it's gonna be difficult for Tizo to keep up with the sheer speed that Udyr has. It's hard.
Yeah, Udyr's a fast champion, and when he gets those boots, he's gonna be even quicker, and it's just gonna be hard. See,
watch out, it's Udyr.
Counter jungling against Udyr is or counter ganking against Udyr is like, if a Sejuani tried to counter gank a Rammus with Ghost, Moby boots, and every movement speed item in the game. It's just not gonna happen. Udyr's just too quick.
He just moves too fast. He is just way farther ahead than you could possibly catch up to.
And now you can see the level advantage. Well, not anymore, but Udyr is getting quite a bit ahead of Tizo here.
Has been level 5 for quite a bit, so we'll be pushing on to level 6 soon, which isn't as big of a deal, right, when we're talking about Udyr.
Right.
Level 6 is a huge deal on most champions. On Udyr, it's nothing. He has no ultimate, so being level 6 actually is no different than anything else. And so it is just going to be going for a quick trade. The Maiden's going to be called out for Aspect here. And it's going to be some hemorrhaging going on for Aspect, and then the ultimate to seal the fate there. Didn't have any mana. Maiden was able to keep him out. Zebra Runner does get hit by the ultimate, but it looks like Tizo's going to be able to flash the wall. But Defeater's there, going to be knocking Wacko into the side, and it looks like Louis Ludovania is going to be taken down, but Peppa is going to be traded back for it. Wacko trying to run away, but it's not going to be enough. The big man with the drinking problem is coming at you.
You know, I really thought Minamori is doing a lot of damage. It's just there's not much you can do when there's no one there to peel for you, right?
Yeah.
Not much you can't really get in there without your team. Oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna have another fight.
Yeah.
Top
Dizzy has almost no mana, but he does.
It does
have,
not matter.
He does have hemorrhaging.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's.
And here we go.
That's gonna be that.
Almost double CS. The Darius is online.
Yeah. This is looking a bit rough. They decided to play a bit more of an early comp. They realized they were struggling early on, dealing with some of the pressure that Glendale was putting out. So just going, hey, play a bit more early, play a bit more early focus, and let's seal up that hole in our strategy.
Yeah, Chandler Gilbert always seems to execute their game plans pretty well. I mean, you can see now there's a 4K gold lead, and now they're going to convert it into some objectives. They're going to try to get some of these tier 1s down. Just snowball it out of control.
Yeah, but it's a good thing that Caesar called the dragon what he did for that getting it then and there should help them, especially Chemtech Drake. Very, very good onto their team with the Soraka. That 6% heal and shield power.
It's going to do a lot of work.
Yeah, and it looks like we have a 2v2 up on the top side. Minamori getting a Bomba combo here. And Defeater just going to be taking them down. Dizzy chasing super far. He's able to stop the fight, though. Just hold them back. Looks like Zero Runner doing quite a bit of damage. It's good flash by Wacko to try and keep themselves alive, but it's not going to be enough. The Feather Storm going to come through and take them down. Yeah, that was a really, really good flash. They were able to actually, dodge out on the roof there. So, well played by Wacko, but unfortunately, it's just too much damage to deal with Kraken's Lair.
Yeah, Zebra Runner is showing up tonight. Doing really well. Taking his chances when he can. And I really like this top side from Chandler Gilbert. It seems they play really well together.
I like this bot side from I like the bot mid from Glendale. I mean, Minamori last game did really well. They with the Vex, they were super far ahead. Unfortunately, they weren't able to keep the lead, but it happens. And then in the spot side, Wacko's been doing some stuff that justifies his name. Just doing some absolutely crazy moves.
Yeah, Minamori is just keeping up with that CS. Actually has a pretty decent CS lead. I would like to see Minamori try to move around the map a little bit more.
Wacko.
Nice step.
Dodging out onto the hook, and it looks like they're just going to be trying to chase him down, taking him down. The mana barrier going to keep him alive for now, but the shutdown's going to be going over to Tizo. Getting that 800 gold bounty into the pocket of the wise mystical tree.
Very nice pickup there.
Yeah. That is, I mean, it was a really good dodge from Wacko. Just been spacing pretty well. We're going to be doing a lot of damage, but Wacko is here to turn the fight. The ultimate going to be coming through. The enchanted crystal arrow going to stun you down. A Defeater, though, is here, going to be sectioning Wacko from the team perfectly. A really well-placed explosive cast to set any hopes of taking down Peppa. Really just going to blow that one away.
That's why you don't give Defeater that Kraken's pick, man. He knows what he's doing. He's been playing that champ for a little bit.
Just too comfortable. I'm Dizzy, just, goes for the flash, gets the double pull. Apprehends both of them. Dizzy's just trying to fight both of them, but it's gonna be forced to walk away. Sage Ray, though, is here. Going to be looking for big damage, and Minamori is gonna get a lot of damage, gonna force Dizzy back. They're not quite able to kill him. So they might be able to kill Ray here. Ray's gonna try and run through it, but is it gonna be enough? One auto is going to be the difference there. Minamori going for the snipe, but not quite able to connect it on to Sage Ray. And just look at that, Dizzy and Ray running out with 100 HP each.
That's just so unfortunate.
That's really well played from Glendale, but it was just not enough. All right, and moving on. Anyways, bot lane
is just running through the bot lane.
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness.
And for my next trick, your AD carry is no more. He is gone.
Some Dia magic. It's those feathers, man. They're too sharp. Yep. What are you gonna do about it?
That's that Stein magic. That's what Rakan does. He's just like, haha, your team is gone.
Pull out the magic hat.
Alright. Now we got, looks like they're going to try and play into this top side. They're just going to try and crack down on Dizzy being here. That's going to be a big stun. But he does have Go, so he is just out of there for free.
And now we have 4 top for the side of Glendale.
Dizzy just going to 1v1 the Maiden, who will win. Alright. I thought Maiden had that.
Hey, it was close.
It was close.
Maiden did a decent amount. Oh, there comes the Ash Arrow.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Nice try. We'll get him next time, boys.
Not quite able to connect the apprehend there, but Sage Ray is able to connect the hook with Louis' face. That's going to be taken down. I'll be honest, I thought somehow Syndra killed him there. I saw the Syndra E come out, and I was like, how did Syndra kill Soraka? What happened?
We got Renata in this game. All of a sudden.
Dizzy
is in a bit of a spot.
Yeah, finding himself in the middle of 3 people. The ultimate going to come out from Minamori, but it's just going to be a big smackdown from the Shovel Man.
I'm looking for Peppa next.
Yeah, Peppa could try and run out here. He is going to have his Awakened form, so he can either dodge some CC or he can use the Empowered R. Yep. Gonna use the Empowered R to do a lot of damage. Might be able to trade one back onto Aspect here. No, not quite, but Aspect going to be getting it. Another kill. It's going to bring him back in this game quite a bit.
We're gonna see what he can do with it. Maybe he can put some pressure on the map. Get at least 2 people out. We'll see though. We do have Baron coming up. Or is that Rift Herald? That is Rift Herald.
Yeah. It's only been 16 minutes.
Wow. Great. Very eventful game.
Yeah.
Just action everywhere. There comes the TP bot.
And it looks like it's going to be Syndra going into the bot lane. Zebra Runner saying, just no thanks. I don't want to deal with the Syndra. They might not be fed, but they still have the funny outplay button where they click R and I lose my entire HP.
Yeah, it's not a fun button.
Yeah.
Not a fun button.
Well, it depends on whose side of the team you're on. If you're with Syndra, it's a great button. Really fun button. If you're on the enemy team, it's the worst button I've ever seen. Peter's going to be claiming a turret top. He's going to be taking a cheeky turret top.
Very interesting putting Defeater matching Yorick. Looks like he'll be in a bit of trouble, but Dizzy is here. God, look at that burst damage.
I mean, it worked.
Wow.
Yeah, and Dizzy going on to Louis. They're going to try and chase it down. It looks like Minamori might be trying to go onto Defeater. The flash forward from Tiza to try and take him down once and for all, but Minamori taking a lot of damage from the Hemorrhage. And it's going to be, yeah, that Hemorrhage stack are going to stay up because they're going to put onto Tizo there, stunning him. It looks like they're going to fight top laner versus mid laner and jungler versus jungler, but Sage Ray is here to help with the fight. Tizo is going to be taken down. Will be 2 more kills onto the side of Chandler Gilbert there.
Very nice combo by Defeater. I didn't realize he did that much damage.
Yeah, he did.
1 second.
At that point in time, he did not have Ludens. The first buy was Rabadon's Death Cat.
Ah, there you go. I see. Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting first buy.
I don't know how it did that much damage still, but maybe. Oh, it was a good
nice
prediction from Sage Ray, but Wacko just a little bit off. The Team Runner doing a lot of damage and taking quite a bit in return, and it looks like Louis Lavania just going to straight die to the empowered counter from Udyr. That Phoenix stance does a lot of damage.
Yeah, let me just slow you for half a year and do all your health. No biggie. Hey,
Yeah,
if you bring your teammates, let me just walk out. No biggie.
Let me build Demonic Embrace. I'll build Demonic Embrace, so you won't deal damage to me and you'll burn for your entire HP bar. I love Udyr, but God is that champion cringe sometimes.
No, you know, ever since the rework, I just don't want to touch that champ. I don't want to see that champ.
He's so fun though.
Nah.
And Peppa,
there's better picks.
And Peppa's got no. You don't watch enough Trick 2G. That's what's wrong.
Trick 2G.
You gotta watch some Trick 2G, my guy.
No, I definitely do not.
You gotta watch some Trick 2G. I think it looks like Peppa's just gonna solo the dragon here. Going to be picking up the second Drake of the game.
I think just getting the dragon, setting up for Baron, could be the best options for Chandler Gilbert right here, and maybe they're gonna look for a little bit more. It is a 4v5 at the moment.
Yeah, that side of Glendale. Ooh, good ulti and good pull. Yeah. Was able to keep them alive, and Zero Runner actually able to run into the one part where the wall has been broken. Tizo going straight onto Zebra Runner, but being able to lock him down forever. Dizzy going to be picking up a killing spree there. And it's just going to be a wipe. That looks really, really good for Glendale. I just don't... They're just like a little bit too far behind. If they were a little closer in gold, that should have been a easily one fight.
But yeah, there's just really not much you could do.
I mean,
it was a nice find onto Zebra Runner. It's just not enough.
Yeah,
not enough damage.
Not enough food, but Theater almost dying to the turret, trying to take it down. Peppa also almost dying to the turret. Their entire team just trading turret shots for 20 more damage onto the turret. And it's up. Going to be a good fight on Zebra Runner. He does not have cleanse or flash up, so once they got hit by the ability, they're just dead. Unceremoniously killed. Good ulti by Wacko to lock him down. It looks like Tizo just gonna be having his HP bar from Defeater, trying to fight Dizzy, Peppa, and Defeater all at once. But the tank, the wise mystical tree, could not go through enough.
Sorry, Tizo, you just can't walk in your own jungle anymore. Property of Peppa now, man. Minamori does have a flank here.
Oh, and Minamori is gonna be picking up a huge kill onto it. 2 kills. I mean, they are online right now. I mean, how many stacks? Let me take a look how many stacks they got here. They do have 104 splinters of Wrath they got going on. So that does mean all of their abilities are at the level 2 version. So that ulti does execute now, which is probably why they were able to pick up Peppa on the backside and just, you know, they're scaling. They got their Banshees, they got their, or not, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong side. Ludens, I mean. Ludens and Shadow Flame, that's good damage. So, yeah, they're gonna start doing some damage. I mean, look at that chunk. QW. 2 abilities. But anyways, look at that chunk onto Louis. Looks like the team's just, you know.
Yeah, just looking at each other a bit. Saying hi, saying what's up.
They know he's gone, just sitting there just like, alright, what are we doing here, boss man? You know it, I know it. Come on, we gotta tie this up. Zebra Runner giving a motivational speech to the enemy support. Okay. I don't know how that worked. Okay, we're just a little bit too close to the last code. It looks like Aspect Legend is just gonna be taken down. Flash over trying to get themselves away, but it looks like that's just going to delay the inevitable. Traded ultis from the ADCs, but Minamori is going to be doing a ton of damage to Zebra Runner, taking them down. It looks like Wacko is going to be helping to take down the support as well. Minamori could be looking to fight, keep the fight going, but Defeater going to take them down once and for all. The ultimate coming through to get a double kill there. Peppa trapped, but it has no way out. Defeater trying to run away as well. The flash forward, the smite to break the shield, and then it's going to be the root and push.
Look at Dizzy, he's going. He's going for the end.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be Louis and Tiso versus Defeater, the support and the jungler. But it looks like they're going straight out to Louis, just trying to get them killed. And those casks are gonna do enough. Will they be able to lock Defeater down once and for all? Tiso is chasing, but the E over the wall is gonna get them out safe and sound.
He's still alive.
It's a disaster. The Gragas incident. No.
You can't hold him down.
Dizzy's just chilling.
Hey, Dizzy just letting the Winions do the work.
Just straight vibing. And he's gonna
not
die
vibing
for it.
so much anymore.
Yeah, and you're gone. And he's dead. There was no noise. He just died.
Yep.
There wasn't any
death sound.
No death sound. He just died.
He just collapsed.
He just said, "Man, I'm done. I'm going
back."
back."
He was more like, "Man, I'm tired."
Let's wrap it up, boys. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna go for that Baron.
And we're just going to try and seal the fate of Glendale. Glendale moving out to try and maybe stop some of the vision in their jungle. There's no chance of them getting there fast enough. They would need like 8 flashes on one person in order to get there in time. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not much Glendale can do here.
Oh, maybe.
It's a good arrow.
Good look onto Zebra Runner. The cleanse is going to come out. A good ultimate to stop Tiso there. The Feather Sword is going to align. It's just insta-killed.
Oh, wow.
Okay, never mind. Louis just disappeared. And Zebra Runner's still alive. Very little HP. It's going to be a triple kill for Zebra Runner. It looks like they're going to just send it straight into the base.
Somehow, every time it seems like Zebra Runner is in danger, Zebra Runner is not really in danger.
Yeah, that's the power of Xayah right there. I mean, Flash plus Cleanse plus Ultimate, there's no way to lock you down. And Zebra Runner just gonna run straight into the enemy fountain.
They've all had it.
Zebra Runner just went, okay, you guys couldn't kill me here, let me help you out a little bit. Alright, well, that was, second game going over to Chandler Gilbert. So that's going to be Chandler Gilbert going to be winning the first match of the season. So that's got to be a good boost to your morale if you're Chandler Gilbert there.
Yeah, I'm sure Dizzy's feeling it. 5 bans on his name.
Yeah, and Zebra Runner did show up. They were the new guy. They had a lot to prove coming into this team of veterans. Dizzy, Peppa, and Defeater all having won the title last split, and Sage Ray, having won a previous title, I believe, back when they were still playing. So now as Zebra Runner came up, and I think they had an excellent performance in both games.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for see how far Chandler Gilbert are able to take this. But on the other side, Glendale, they put up one hell of a fight.
Yeah, looking strong this season for sure.
Yeah, when it came to team coordination, they did a lot of things right. They had a lot of good fights that were, really well set up, had a good engage, picked the right person, but it was just they were just a little too far behind to actually capitalize off the correct decision, which was unfortunate. Had they been a little bit stronger, then we could have seen some big turnarounds here, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, we'll see next time. I'm not sure who they're playing next, who we have next for next week. But,
we can take a look at that roster real quick. Let's see here. So, up next week against CGC, it's going to be CGC. We're going to be seeing that it's going to be D1 versus D2, and then it looks like I'm looking at week 3. Never mind. Ignore me. It's going to be CGC versus MCC. So,
there you go.
Chandler Gilbert versus Mesa. And it's going to be Chandler Gilbert Division 2 versus Paradise Valley next week. So, Glendale is going to get a bye, which, I think he would want to bye after fighting Chandler Gilbert.
Absolutely.
Because it gives you a little bit more time to work on what you can improve on. So, it should be good. Should be good for them. But yeah, I mean, do you have anything to say? Any closing comments on this game?
Yeah, I think both teams came strong, ready to play, and they both showed up today. You know, not used to seeing CGC fall behind early, but it was definitely a change. Obviously, later in the games they pulled it back, but it's definitely nice to see some competition against CGC this season. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm excited to see what else we got going on. So obviously we'll see you guys here again same time next week for Paradise Valley versus Chandler Gilbert Division 2. And until then, I've been Cynetic and I'm here with Memin. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Later.